Okay guys, in this video, I'm going to be walking you through how to do part number 11, the lever hub. This is a metric part, so we're going to be in the metric system, so make sure you open up a metric IPT. This is a relatively simple part, and whenever you see a drawing that has circles or cylindrical features, that is what you should put on your origin first. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this circle and dimension it at 108 millimeters in diameter, and then put a rectangle like this. I'm going to use my coincident constraints to lock my corners in on my rectangle, and then I'm going to then dimension this. From the edge of the rectangle to the center of the circle, that is 174 millimeters. And the height of this rectangle is 82. Since I locked in these corners on my circle, I can go ahead and assume that everything is in line. I then need to add some circles, so that way I don't have to add them later. This first one is going to have a diameter of 57.1. and then two others that are going to line up right here. These have a diameter of 22.2 and 22.2. I'm going to dimension this circle to be 35 from the edge and then 50 from center to center. And then I want to make sure that everything's in line by using my horizontal constraint. And once that's done, everything turns black and we are ready to extrude. So I'm going to extrude all of my features that I just created by a total of 64. There are a lot of cutouts that we need to make, so let's go ahead and start on this face right here. I'm going to project my geometry and create two circles, or one circle actually, and then a rectangle, like so. I'm then going to trim this because I do need to make sure that everything is dimensioned properly. And from line to line, this is 32. And from line to center, that is 16. I do need to make sure that my circle that I have drawn here is equals with my projected circle, and once that's there, that's all I need for this. Once you have that, go ahead and finish your sketch, and we are going to extrude. We're going to extrude this by 10. And we're not adding, we are cutting away. Now I know it left us with this shape right here. That's fine, we're going to go ahead and get rid of that right now. So I'm going to project my geometry and use my circle to create a new circle, and then project this geometry. And now I can go ahead and extrude. So I'm going to select this, and because we extruded everything by 64, and what we want right here is only going to be 44, I'm going to cut in by 20. Once you have that, go ahead and say OK. I do want to add a chamfer right here. This chamfer has a size of 12. And once you have that, say OK, and now we can go ahead and make that cutout. No matter how you add your chamfer, it doesn't matter as long as they are correct. So I'm going to go ahead and line up my circle with the center point of this line, and then from this edge to the edge of my rectangle, this is 114, and it has a width or a height of 50. Now once you have that, go ahead and extrude this, and I'm just going to highlight everything, and we are cutting into this part by 22. How I got that was we originally extruded it by 64, we cut back to 44, and this total is 22. So, and that is all that we need, like this. I know I went about this a different way, but like I said with Inventor, any way that you do this is perfectly fine as long as you get to the final correct shape. So go ahead and save this. Once you have saved it, go ahead and place it on a title block, and we can go ahead and put this at 1/2 scale. If it's anything larger than that, it probably won't fit. So we need our front view, our top view, and our side view, and say OK. And before we start adding any dimensions, make sure that you go to Tools, Document Settings, Annotation Standards, our default ANSI MM, apply, and close. Now we can go ahead and start adding dimensions. But first, we need to add center lines. Center lines are very important. Make sure that you add them to every drawing that has cylindrical or circular features. Now you can go ahead and start adding dimensions, and you can do this however you see fit. Make sure that you add all of the correct dimensions, that you add a note that says this is in the metric system. Make sure that you also count all correct dimensions and that your dimensions match up with my dimensions. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.